Hello, hello, and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we are reviewing,
Twin Peaks.
you know it, The Return Part 7. We didn't get a little sing-songy thing at the end of this episode. Normally they'd go to the Bang Bang Bar. They had like a little tune while the guy was just magnanimously, egregiously, and contemporaneously sweeping the floor.
Yeah, which went on forever.
Yeah, well, filling up the time. So what did you think about it? I know you were hot for it.
I was just glad we got back to the overall mythology. You know, we meandered around a bit, but now I'm not naive. I think we're gonna get back into going to other crap soon enough. That's not crap. I've been liking the show, but we're gonna get away from it again. But at least we had an episode where we really hit on what's going on with Cooper and Dougie and the other one. And do we even have a name for him? The evil doppelganger.
Mullet.
Okay,
I'm gonna call him Mullet.
we got back to the stuff on that guy, so I was glad we got back to it.
Yeah, that was a kind of base kind of root of the series, the whole mystery thing. The paperwork that they pulled out of the stall door was pages from Laura Palmer's diary. That kind of shed light onto the fact that there's a good Dale and maybe an evil Dale, which the detectives were kind of clocked onto straight away. You had Truman with his super modern computer that pops out of his desk, talking to the doctor, and he was saying how like something was a bit off and that he didn't seem like the same one, and then like a face flashed up, so whether he was hinting, you know, that something was going down. You had like another kind of strand on the mystery with the body that popped up, with I guess the Navy woman who came in, and she
Yeah.
and then you had the really weird like hooded guy like sauntering down the corridor making weird noise.
So what's going on with the body then? Because she said it's a dude in the body belonged to a dude in his 40s, right? And yet she's looking for the body of a bloke who should be 70 something.
Yeah, well, I guess a guy's gone missing, and I'm not sure whether they know he's dead, but I guess if they're going to send him down there, but they came down to check out the body, and she seems to be convinced it's this guy, even though there's no head, but the prints match, and apparently it's of the body of someone 30 years younger than who they're expecting to be. So yeah. Whatever that's about. The police came along to talk to Dougie about his car blowing up. You had the hit and run guy, and like comb over has got to be like the dumbest detective ever, like talking about naivete. Oh yeah, I'll meet you in 2 hours, but I can't talk to you now. I really can't talk to you now. You have to go, and it's like, oh okay then. It's like that guy's on a plane. You know what I mean? That guy's out of the country. It's like, how dumb can you be? It's blatantly like, I guess they must all be pally there that they could let, because really in the real world that would never happen. You had Shouty and Baldy going to see the woman, I forget her name, is it Denise or something?
Diane?
Oh yeah, there we go. They went to the penitentiary to go and see evil Dale Cooper, and she herself said something's not right, you know what I mean. So that kind of thing on its own was enough to convince the FBI that, you know, something's up. And then again, like, evil Dale doppelganger mentions something about this Mr. Strawberry person, and he uses it to kind of wangle himself out of prison, gain favour with the warden, like, yo, hook me up with a car.
Do you know why he's going now?
No, do you?
No, that's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, is it because he's been visited? I was wondering, like, has he clocked on to the fact that they've clocked on to him?
Yeah, I guess so, because it was probably sitting there thinking, right, as an exit strategy, it's like, it'll be good if they got me out and I was at the FBI and I can do stuff or whatever his kind of end game is. But then it was like, right, she's come along. Clearly, she knew this guy and she's definitely going to know something's up. So, right, I'm not going to rely on that plan. I've got to get out of here now. Got to get far away, got to get off the radar. You know
she was obvious. That would be my question towards this whole thing of using her to test him. It was so obvious that she was testing him. Like, if he's a fake and he's clearly a pretty good one, and he's got away with it for 25 odd years, then surely he's going to realise that she's doing it, and he has, and he's getting out, I guess. Now, whether he knows that Cooper's out of the lodge, I don't know.
I think so. He's probably got that funny feeling. So yeah, Cooper's still kind of, the real one's kind of still a bit ditzy. I mean, then you had the little man.
Oh, well, that was cool.
Yeah, where he like grabs him, and then the weird man from the other place stalk things, like crush his hand or something like that, and is like karate chopping him in the neck. And then I guess they're kind of doing the witness statements, and they take something off the gun that looks to be some weird thing, but the way I see it is that's going to be like a national thing. It's going to be plastered all over the newspaper, and they're going to be like, oh look, there's Dale, let's go and see him. So that's the next kind of logical step for them. So yeah, it's interesting we still ain't seen nothing of Shaggy and stuff like that. Units from Scooby-Doo. The guy who was arrested for apparently doing the woman's head, and the guys.
Oh right, yeah,
him, and
the stream, I can't remember now.
Yeah, and they're still like his wife got shot as well, didn't she? By
Matthew Lillard. Yeah, he got shot, but was that was evil?
Yeah,
Cooper,
shot the wife, and like that hasn't been brought up or anything like that. But yeah, I like the fact they're kind of there was a lot of throwback, Laura Palmer Leyland with the notes and stuff like that. There was a lot of throwbacks to that. Really, it's kind of their investigation's pointless, because if it's going to be plastered all over the newspaper in the next episode, it's like they don't really need to hunt anything down, do they? Because they pretty much found him. Whether that's something to do with restoring his memories or not. I mean, the key that was posted a couple episodes back, that's turned up. So yeah.
What was that with that woman having the thing with the hotel owner?
I don't know. Oh yeah, because there was weird noises, weren't they? I thought they were just kind of friends, and then she was like shouting to the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. Is there anything else we've missed? There's that thing at the end that in the bar, and I always thought the guy behind the bar was CGI, because he looks a way different colour to everything else, so I always thought it was CGI. And then he was like talking on the phone about these two blonde girls and something like that, something about fake IDs and whatever. So I was sitting there thinking, I always thought he was kind of CGI, because he looked super grey, and like everything else was like dark, and I always kind of thought, and he looked kind of like off key with the rest of the thing. So I was thinking, have they like CGI'd him into the background or something? But apparently not.
I don't know. With this show, I mean, it's hard to know like what's important and going to come back, and what's Michael Cera pop up for a weird cameo and then fuck off again and never see him, which I'm not unhappy about in this case. But it's like you don't know what you're meant to remember and what you're not. So who knows? Maybe it was a strand that's going to come back later.
Yeah. Let's talk numbers. I'll give it an 8.5. I thought I enjoyed it more so than the other ones.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I'm glad we got back to it. Like I say, I think we're going to get away from it again, probably for a couple of episodes, but I'm glad we hit on it.
I think it's going to gain a little traction for the next couple of episodes, and probably I think there's a lot of things that are going to get sorted out, and things are going to come together, and then there's going to be another like few episodes like dragging it out, explaining stuff and setting down more plot lines. So yeah, I think it's going to speed up the next couple of episodes, slow down again, but that's cool.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm interested to see where some of the stuff. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with Dougie's wife,
Yeah,
as relates to Cooper.
she's super angry.
She is, but surely Cooper's an upgrade.
I guess so. I don't know. This Dougie Love seemed to be like, big pimping to me.
Maybe.
So yeah, I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Twin Peaks.